Hi, excited to have you here. The fact that you are here, it means that you are part of the Glappy village. And one of the tools that we use in the Glappy village is Proof Hub, which is what you are looking at. Now, Proof Hub is a project management tool very similar to Jira, only cheaper. Now, here at the Glappy Village, because we are a foundation, one of the things that we do is we try to bring our costs down and we try to use alternatives that are not very expensive. Jira, as an example, costs about $8 per seat, and Proofhub basically is way cheaper. We pay about what, $160 a month. To be able to use this tool, and we can take as many people as possible without necessarily having to pay per seat. So we usually encourage our members, within a Glampy village to say, hey, this is like Jira, although this is not Jira. Jira is a market leader, but they are pretty expensive. And we are trying to keep the program very, very affordable so that people do not have to pay an arm and a leg to be able to get into information technology. So we use tools like this, and it has been very useful so far because it gives people an opportunity to really explore um, their project in a very agile fashion, as you would come to see when we eventually log in, that it's really super, super, friendly, easy to use, and we've been using it for about a year now on our project. So excited to have you join in, so we could explore the tool together. So I'm gonna log in real quickly into the tool, put in my personal email address, and boom, we're in. So typically, when you get into the project, you are going into the Glappy Village project. Here in the Glappy Village project, you are going to see loads of things. For this project, for the purpose of this project, this video, I'm going to just show you one project, which is Sprint 6 of, the team's delivery. And I'm going to show you the board view. So you click here to see the board view. Boom, you see a view. And what you are looking at basically are workflows to do, in progress, test, integration testing, QA, blocked, ready for review, and done. So what does a workflow mean? A workflow typically is how work flows. So when the team basically do their sprint planning, and they select work that they want to work on for that particular sprint. The work basically goes into the to-do column, ready for execution. And then the team picks it up from here, move it into in progress, and when they are developing, they can do some integration testing, they do some QA testing, and then if they are blocked, they put it here for the Scrum Master to typically resolve. And then when they are done with their work, they move it here for ready for review, where the product owner on the team takes that, reviews that work, see that the work meets the acceptance criteria, and then if the product owner feels very comfortable about it, he or she moves it to done. If they do not, they drop a comment in the comment section about what they would like to change, and then they kick it back to the team, which is maybe QA testing or in progress, for the team working on it to actually take action. And then one of the things that we actually did with this board is we created labels for teams. Right now, as of July 2023, we have about 7 teams running concurrently, and Agile Masters, Aviators, Warriors, you name it. So as a team, all you typically would do would be come to your team, you select your team name, and then you apply. You typically see only the tickets for your team that they are working on. That way, you do not have to go and see what everybody within the program is working on because it could be very, very, very intimidating. So we usually recommend use your labels. This is a very shortcut. As long as you are assigned to a team, use labels to actually explore, the system. And then another thing also that I'd like to show you that is very interesting is the overview. This is an overview of the project very quickly. It gives you more like that continuous flow of work, what is happening, how the work is progressing. You could actually see time that is logged in, what is due, if there is anything due, upcoming. you could actually see that information. And then you could see activities, who is changing what, how are they doing it, what are they changing within the program. So the overview is a good place to look at. Discussion is frequently asked questions. You go in there to see, what you want to do or what you want to know. If you ask those questions, you could ask the question, somebody is going to respond, or you could go back to questions that has been asked, and then you'll be able to find that question or that answer as you need it. And then, of course, this is where the work is tracked on tasks. And then your Gantt chart view allows you to basically see the work that is in flight. If you have a project manager and you want to see how the work is being broken, you could actually explore the Gantt chart view to track the project end to end. The calendar view also allows us to track all our projects in flight. As an example, what are those cadences that we've set in place, like sprint planning, a program retro? This was when the Glappy Village Cameroon was going live. And so you see all of those events and you can be notified that this event is about to start. So the calendar allows you to do that. The note session on the site basically captures useful information that you could find. For example, the welcome letter, what you seek in Glappy, class recordings. In some cases, I think they were managing, the various. I think a team was actually managing previous recordings so that people can actually go there to watch. If you miss a session, you just click on the watch, you could take the password, you go back to watch it. And so that's available. And then, the note section just has lots of articles that you can actually find useful. The files is also a very interesting part. It gives you, a flow. I'll strongly recommend you explore it. It talks about where to start, how to join a team. Some of these things might need to be refreshed because, some of these projects, we've moved away from this project and we're doing much more complex project. As an example, this was from about 3 months ago when we're building an e-commerce application, and this is more like an overview explaining the principles of the design and the fact that we're able to use Figma, to get a team to actually build a solution end to end. So they used the Figma for prototyping, and then they actually went into development. So feel free to explore the files section of the website of the tool so that you can see some of those files and access them. And then this captures time, who is tracking their time as they work on live projects. So this is available as well, and everybody has the ability to track their time, and it's visible. And the report session is if you want to see the reports of who is doing what, the work is being decomposed, the burn down chart of the entire program, the tasks that are overdue, who is working on what, where it is, who is responsible for it, and then you see how the teams are actually decomposing or executing, their work. What is overdue, what is being completed. You see all of that information, and then you can track the resources, as it were, who is spending time within the project and what they are working on. So the report session is available for you as an individual. Another area I want to show you is the stickies. To the right of your screen, you click on the stickies to see what we are putting available, what is available for you. You could also create your own stickies, to remember the things that you want to use. Say you are a Scrum Master or a software developer and you want to be able to track specific things that you want for the project that you do not want to forget. You use your stickies, and then, you we have announcements where everybody sees these announcements. In this example, this was talking about the end of sprint report, that I put out, and this was way back when was this? About 2 months ago. And this is available. People get to see how the project ended, the outcomes that we drove, and teams basically responded, to this message. Oh, like this individual said, I joined mid sprint too, and I'm excited to have quickly understood how to put into life work all Scrum technology, ceremonies, and artifacts while creating an incremental value during a sprint. The available resources provided by Glappy and the you can do it mentality from Coach Russell inspires me, and I believe everyone in the team to step out of their comfort zone. Amazing. Sprint 3 is here, and this was from 3 months ago. Phenomenal feedback, and we just wanted to share with you. And then to this, I think 92 people has received this end of sprint report. So typically, We have stuff like that going out. And then, of course, you have your agenda, things you want to work on. You could assign those to yourself. And then across the program, you could also see what the general agenda is as we are delivering. The last thing I'd like to share is, the chat functionality, which is at the bottom. The chat functionality is available to you. You could chat on anybody you want within the program. As long as the person is on ProofHub, you can chat with the person about project management stuffs here. So feel free to explore the chat functionality as you explore the tool. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have. Thank you.